What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fitness Realty channel. My name is TJ McClelland and I'm the broker. I'm super excited to share all the things we have planned with you. So sit back, strap in, and let's have some fun. What's up, all you beautiful people? This is TJ McClelland. I am the broker of Fitness Realty. I'm here for another awesome monthly market update. I don't know if I'll ever say that again. You can say that 3 times fast. Just kidding. Anyway, I wanted to start off with today's mortgage rates. I know that there's brokers out there that can quote you guys a little lower than this. However, these are what I just pulled from Google, just typing in 30-year mortgage rates today. So I just wanted to show this. I think I'll probably start with this now in the future, just so we can kind of keep our eyes on it. So without further ado, you guys could play around with these calculators, of course, but I really want to make sure that you understand that without real true knowledge behind these numbers, it really doesn't go anywhere. So we have awesome lenders that are partnered with us. Make sure you give them a call before you just kind of run some random numbers off of Google. However, this does give us a good indicator of where the market rates are going, or the interest rates. You can just see there's a really strong trend line up. I don't know when we're going to see the top of that, of course, with the Fed rate hikes and everything. So I just want to give the information and make sure that it's out there. I'm not saying it's going to go up or down. I'm just saying that it is what it is right now, right here. And that is making a really hard affordability crisis for a lot of our buyers. So anyway, I just wanted to show that before we dive into our normal or our typical set of information. So here we go. All right, as you guys know, Utah Real Estate puts out all of these market analysis data points, and I really want to say thank you to them. They do an awesome job. We are paying them a boatload of money in our board dues, so I just want to say thank you for providing a great service for what we pay for. So let's dive right into this. The number of listings entered into the MLS, you can kind of see our trend line is looking just like this turtle shell like it normally does. Here's the turtle's head kind of poking out. Turtle shell, you kind of see that. I'm a visual person. So you can kind of see we are entering less listings than we have in the previous 4 years. So that's kind of worrisome. The thing that really is worrisome to me, and that is kind of a market indicator, is that we did enter very few, or comparatively speaking, listings than the previous 4 years, yet we have so much market inventory comparative to a couple of these years. A couple of them are pretty close, but a couple of them were way higher. So you can kind of see we're entering less listings, but we're maintaining this strong upward trend of listings on the market. So you can just see listings are staying on the market a lot longer. I don't know if there's a days on market on this screen. If there's not, I'm going to pull up a different screen for you. So active residential listings per day, you can just see this is really climbing really high. So we're up over 10,000 again. Remember when I was like, oh, we'll probably get high and then we'll kind of level out and come down a little bit? Well, we're not really seeing that. I mean, you can kind of see a down tick right here. And I think most of that is that right at the end of the month, a lot of people say, let's wait for the first of the month to list. Just, nature of people's brains and things. So I'm really not sure what drives that, but it's just something that I'm throwing out there. This one's the big one. Average number of active residential listings per day by month. So you can kind of see we're right on par with 2018. So that was kind of a different market, right? During 2018, it felt like a normal market, kind of even number of sellers and buyers. But the interest rates were a lot better in 2018. And so that was kind of where the tipping point started, and we just really started to ramp up through there. Maybe middle of 2018, beginning of 2019. So anyway, you can see that we have this really weird graph. We were at near 2021's levels in active residential listings, and then we just boom shot up as these interest rate hikes got higher, and more sellers were saying, hey, we better capitalize on the market before it's gone. And it just is getting more and more active listings by the day. I'll pull up the other screen that shows active listings plus days on market. The under contract residential listings per day, you can see that this under contract residential listings is going way down. Okay, so that's just the nature of the beast, right? Buyers are having a harder time qualifying. We do have a lot of lenders out there that are very smart. They have all these buy down programs, and we have sellers that are bringing prices down plus giving concessions. However, the rates have gone so fast and so high that no amount of concessions, in my opinion, can really level that playing field as hard as we really need it to. Of course, we don't want to swing it back the other way and have really high buying pressure, but right now we're seeing where buyers are having an affordability crisis, like I said, and they just can't get over the threshold of where they were qualified at. Case in point right here, right now, that I'll give you my personal, or what's happening for me personally. Me and my wife have a purchase contract to buy a home that's in our neighborhood. We own one in our current neighborhood. We want to buy another one and move into that one and turn our first one into a rental. When I very first got qualified back in May to get the contract, the monthly payment was going to be about $2,100, $2,200. As of this shoot right here, right now, my monthly payment is between $3,100 and $3,250, depending on how we squeeze the interest rate. So you can see I've had almost $1,000 jump, or a little over $1,000 jump, just because of the interest rates in 5 months. That's not something that's light, right? That's pretty heavy. And so a lot of buyers are struggling with that. We do have a ton of people out there saying, oh, yeah, it's going to be okay. Get these buyers in. In my opinion, if you need a house, definitely buy a house. But if you're in a position where you can wait to see what the interest rates are going to do, I think that might be safer. Don't take my word for it, like search your inner feelings and check your gut. But if the interest rates continue to rise, things are going to get a little weird. And me personally, I just haven't seen a market that's this driven or this different. So there are a lot of gurus out there that have definitely seen interest rates really high. And they talk about that all the time. Like, oh, we've seen 10, 11, 12% interest rates. But that was in a time when homes were $80,000, $120,000. We're in a completely different universe than that market. Let's see. I don't love to promote fear because there are a lot of people out there still buying homes, but the numbers are harder to make pencil out to make sure that you're okay. And so I just want to make sure you guys understand that we will help you understand the numbers. They are more difficult to kind of leverage over. So I just want to make sure you guys know that. We will help you, though, get understanding and education. All right, average number of under contract residential listings per day per month. You can just see this is really getting low compared to all 4 other years. So right now, this 4925 listings that are under contract currently is far lower than any of these 4 past years. So that's really interesting to see. We're going to get to my favorite one to show. This active no-show listings is a really interesting way to talk about homes that aren't ready to put on the market. So let's skip over that. Sold listings. This is insane. Look at how much different that is than the previous 4 years. So if you don't think that we have an affordability crisis, then I don't know what rock you're living under. I'm sorry to say, but there is an affordability crisis right now. I don't know how else to say that. People are struggling to purchase their house, which is making it harder for people to move, which creates a really slow cycle. It just is what it is. I'm not sugarcoating it. Sorry, I don't do that. Anyway, back to market listings. This one's the interesting one. So all those under contract listings, a good majority, or not, maybe not majority, but a lot of those will probably come back to active. My case, my personal one that I have right now, if we have to cancel the contract, which we probably will, because right now the interest rate is too high, and to stomach that payment is just kind of crazy. My numbers don't really work out for the rental side. And so if we get to the end of December and I say, I just can't make this happen, that home specifically is going to go right back into this graph right here. Because right now it's under contract. When we break that contract in the end of December, which we probably will, let's be honest, it'll come right into this graph. So you can kind of see we did level off and come back under this orange line. So that's really kind of interesting to see. So maybe people are getting locked into their contract. They're feeling more confident. They want to be in through the end of the year. I'm not really sure. So I would have thought that it would have upticked even more with the interest rate hikes. So I think that people are getting more used to this interest rate and being right around that higher interest rate. So I'm not really sure. What are you guys' thoughts out there on that? I mean, do you have friends that have said, I've bought a house, but now I can't afford it. Now I have to break the contract, or are they gung-ho and ready to buy? I know for me, we've had quite a few listings get contracts and have to go back active. And so that's just the nature of the beast right now. Okay, I want to pull up something really fast for you guys to look at that is the active listings that we have on the market right now, plus days on market. So let me pull this up really fast, and then let me switch the screen over. All right, so this one's always kind of good. As soon as people log into the Utah Real Estate or the main MLS site, all my agents have access to this, of course, so they can pull it for you anytime. But it's always kind of interesting to watch this daily stat because every time you log in, it's right here in the front. You can tweak it, of course, to do market data between certain dates, or you can do different counties, commercial, or whatever zip codes. For me, I don't really look at any of that because every market is so hyper localized everywhere that it's really hard to understand, or not understand, but it's really hard to pick each one that you want. I just like to see it for the entire state. So you can see right now we have active or average days on market for the entire state of Utah at 44. If we back this up to just a year ago, let's do November 1st, 23 days on market. So you can see in 1 year's time, we're double that, or nearly double, almost double. So you can kind of see we're getting longer on days on market. That goes into that fact that buyers are having a more harder time qualifying. So if a new buyer, let's say in a fresh first-time home buyer scenario, they're looking to buy that first time or that first home. If they're buying it from somebody else, that family or that person has to move from that house to somewhere else. So a lot of times we are missing out on those opportunities for people to chain from one house to the other because that next person also has an affordability crisis and might not be able to move. And so we're really slowing down that market with this interest rate hike. So really quick, I'll show you how many active listings we have on the market. As of right now, we have 10,210 active listings right here on the Utah MLS. So our MLS is the largest across the state of Utah, but it is not all of the other listings in some of the other markets. I just watch this daily. And so right now, of course, being over 10,000 is pretty unique in my opinion and pretty high. So a lot of that is that we have more homes in the inventory, of course, because people have been building, but people are staying stagnant on their homes. Right now, I'm running a lot of lists for potential investors that are TLC homes or homes that have been on the market longer than 180 days, and then they're trying to go after it. So anyway, this has been a market update from me. I'm TJ McClelland, the broker of Fitness Realty. I hope that it doesn't freak you out or scare you or say, hey, this isn't a time to buy a piece of real estate. Of course, if you're a brand new real estate investor, let's take a look at it because there's opportunity. If you're a person that is looking to get your first home, there are tons of advantages right now and tons of grants, potentially programs for you to buy your interest rate down. There are even programs that will get you a lower interest rate for the first 3 years and then it goes up a little bit. It's not an adjustable rate. It's just called a 3-2-1 buy down or a 2-1 buy down. There's a bunch of different programs right now. So I don't want you to be fearful. I just want you guys to be informed because there is a problem in our market right now. And that problem is the interest rates, and they're making it much more difficult to afford a house at what prices that we have right now. So anyway, I hope that it doesn't sound like I was just getting or grilling you guys or being angry. All I'm trying to do is get the information out. I love you guys. It is awesome to be in real estate. And by awesome, I mean hectic. So it's just one of those times. We're going to get through it. Fitness Realty will be open and we're going to make it through this weird transition. We are still recruiting agents and we still have leads coming in on our Jive line. So things are interesting for us. I know a lot of companies that are quitting and they're leaving the business. We're not one of those. We're going to be around. We love you guys. I just love to make sure that you guys know we thank you for your support. We can't do this without you. So, all right. I love you guys. We'll see you next time and bye. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for supporting us. We'll see you next time and we love you. Later.